stop. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show.
One out now.
Elias Diaz will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. 1-1, here it comes. High in the air and deep to left center field. Hammock going back on it. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. And the Blue Jays are running away with it here. It's now a 5-0 ball game.
Oh, nowhere to put him. You can't.
Randy McHenry will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time.
McHenry. Hey, nice and patient. Get your pitch.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Hey, stick your plan up there, kid. Get your pitch and drive it.
Before the pitch, a move by Fernandez. And late reactions, and they got him.
This is something you definitely don't need when you've got a guy at the plate that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. That's a costly mistake there. Just not smart baseball.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
3-0 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Polito is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Yanks held in check. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Casey Polito will stand in. He took home a Silver Slugger Award for American League outfielders a year ago. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. McHenry on the move. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Steve Casto ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th. Chris Kennedy will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Singletary backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Randy McHenry will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. One and one, here it is. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Polito. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Into the box now, Randy McHenry. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to left. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. And the run is in to score from third.
Now you can pretty clearly see he's starting to make some mistakes in location, and they're jumping on him. Here, this is out over the plate, and he doesn't miss it. Lines it for an RBI single.
Hey, here we go. Come on,
Freddie
now.
Hammock steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
Here's the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only one away.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the...
Barton Singletary stands in looking to do some work against that big deficit they've got in front of them.
You got it, Matt. This is a situation where he just needs to keep that line moving. Get on, get a couple in, and hope the next guys can come through big.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, that shows me a lot right there. Basically, you got him out twice. And how many times do you see that next pitch get roped for a double or missed by 3 feet to force in a run?
Cliff Camp comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And they'll be left with no play as that's going to load the bases now on what should be ruled an infield single.
Now batting, the shortstop, Orlando Calixte.
Orlando Calixte stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Ripped on the ground to first. Right to him. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Wind up with 2. Striding into the box, Randy McHenry. He singled his last time up.
Hey, have a rip that up there, huh?
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Hey, your pitch, huh?
6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Hey, like you can up there, kid, huh?
That's ball
And
2.
they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Come on, big guy. Get your pitch, huh?
Hit high and deep out to left. Kennedy ranging back. And this one is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now as they've cut this deficit down to 4.
I'll tell you what, there is no better feeling for a hitter after being backed off the plate than to turn around and do this on the next pitch. That is just the ultimate. You think you can intimidate me? Think again.
Steve Casto steps in looking for his third hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
High and deep to left center field. McHenry racing back, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. And he will pull into third with it. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasquez. Saturday night baseball now from Southern California at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Randy McHenry will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Come on, big guy, get your pitch, huh?
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. And Eric, this Angel Ball Club entering play here tonight has suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
And that last loss was one of those games that you hate to lose. It really could have gone either way, but for our sake, I hope we get another close game like that here.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid. Rarely do.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So a fairly painless top of the first. It's the Yankees nothing. Angels coming to bat on MLB The Show. James McCann will stand in, and you can see that early season average up into the high 300s now.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. McHenry over to his left, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Randy McHenry stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Yankees are back in business. It's now a 4-2 ball game.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long.
Randy McHenry digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Hey, get your pitch up
Here's
there.
a
Let's
slider
go,
to start things out, looked at for ball 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Belted high in the air out to left. Eddie ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Yankees forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Angels 4 and the Yankees 3. Randy McHenry will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point.
Hey, your pitch, your pitch.
All right, boy, all right, here we go.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and he may have just tied the ball game. That's down for extra bases. The run scores from second. It's a 4-4 game.
Now batting, left fielder.
Well, nice piece of hitting right there, but that's not the way the pitcher sees it. He's furious with himself after giving up that hit and surrendering the lead. He knows he made a mistake.
Freddie Hammock will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Nobody better. Here you go. Let it fly right here.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ripped on the ground to first. Beltran comes up with it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. Bottom of the 7th now from Anaheim. Get up and stretch. And we are tied 4-4. Randy McHenry gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Come on now, get your pitch up there, kid.
And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, no way for him to be able to get out of the way of that one. Seeing as though he's the go-ahead run, probably wouldn't have tried too hard anyway.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Angels are winners here, 5-4. Good night from Anaheim.
4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Yankees, 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Afternoon baseball now on a Southern California Sunday at Angel Stadium of Randy McHenry gets his first opportunity now in the top of the 1st with nobody on.
Let her rip. Here we go.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. Taken high and deep to right. Cole going back on it. Still going back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here in the opening half. Tom Noonan will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s.
Hey, come on,
Here
guys.
it comes on 1-1. Hit in the air to straightaway center. McHenry has it in his tracks. 1 out. And with a quick breather here, Omar Gutierrez will dig in now. And as you can see, he's well over 300 here to start this new campaign. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall.
Cut two.
And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Boy, and you can bet you've got one ticked-off dude out there on the mound right now. He thought he had strike 3 on the pitch prior to this one. Now, all of a sudden, he's got a guy out there standing on second base, and that completely changes the complexion.
Randy McHenry is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here.
All right, come on now. One time.
That evens
Let's
it up,
fly,
1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. The 1-2 pitch. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Hey, like you can up there, kid, huh?
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Hit hard back up the middle. And the Yankees have their first hit of the ball game.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him.
Freddie Hammock is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Come on, let it fly right here.
Runner's going. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
You know, when the pitcher slide steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
Here you go. See it up. Let it fly.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors. Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner back.
Hey, come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
Come on, kid. See it and drop.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. I mean, if he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on.
So striding in, number 39, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, he'd been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him a run as this will wind up being an RBI double.
Tom Noonan will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. 4 runs here in this half inning. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Torres on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So they score 4 times on 1 base hit. The home. Randy McHenry will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone.
Left fielder.
Randy McHenry will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Eddie over to his right. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they'll get one back with the sac fly as it's now a 5-3 ball game.
Well, they were looking for at least a sac fly here, and fortunately for them,
a handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Angels are winners here, 6-5. So long from Anaheim.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Angels, 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Yankees, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 34 minutes. Our paid attendance at the Big A this afternoon, 45,050. The Angels once again thank you for attending today's game and remind you to please drive home safely.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Center fielder number 24.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go, kid.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Here we go, kid.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. McHenry is retired, 2 down now.
Fielder number 11.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. From the newest ballpark on the Major League landscape, there's a look inside Marlins Park. Randy McHenry will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. These Marlins, EK, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And after the game here, they're staring at an 8-game road trip. So you'd like to have happy travels and head out on the road with a win to wrap up the homestand.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, Matt, Darryl, he can have that moving strike zone at times. He calls a pretty good game overall, but I know people aren't always sure what he likes.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Who stands out to you, EK?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in that 6th spot. He sports a batting average with runners in scoring position over 300, so you could say he relishes.
Michael Donahue digs in for the first time now and looking to break out of this little 6-game dry spell at the plate. High in the air out to center field. McHenry on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Randy McHenry in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
The windup and the 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
Hey, one pitch. Make it yours.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, this was right to the catcher's glove. I mean, he hardly moved, but you just set up a little too far off the plate to get the call.
Down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Come on, guy, get your pitch right here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Whitley, and that's the second out of the inning. Randy McHenry makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Freddie Hammock steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Hey, come on now, one time, right here. Need you right here, kid.
And that misses for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Yep, a single and then a walk to start the inning. But this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Barton Singletary will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Pickoff move to second. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Come on, big guy, get your pitch.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy.
Vic McConnell will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Still sticking with the fastball, but this time he lays off. It's 1-2.
The Yanks just need that one big hit they've been lacking so far.
Come on, let it fly right here.
Hot shot to third.
Take
The
a turn,
second for
look
one.
up.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More to come from Marlins Park right after this.
Hey, your pitch right here. Let's go.
Randy McHenry gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece on it, huh? Let's go.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 9 on the year as they open it up to 6-2 now.
And that is gonna hurt. They've been waiting for that one hit with runners on base, and that could very well be the one that winds up sealing the deal. That's gonna make this a 4-run ball game now.
Carmen Diaz will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And it was sinking on him a bit, but he's able to run it down anyway for the first down. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out. Wednesday night baseball set to come your way from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the first of 2 in this interleague matchup between the Miami Marlins and the New York Yankees. Interleague baseball comes your way next. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
You know, they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 hole right now. He's got an on-base percentage over .450.
Randy McHenry stands in for the first time now, looking to stay hot. He's been a real force at the plate over the last week or so. Off the plate and low here, ball one. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one.
Hey, let her rip. Here we go.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be looking to see if that guy in the 7th spot can stay hot. He's got that batting average over 300 on the season, a milestone any hitter would be proud of.
John Dwyer will stand in. He's got that average pushing up near 300 to start the new season.
Guys, let's go.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. McHenry on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. Around third and being waved on home. And he is in there.
Boy, that's a good job.
Randy McHenry stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Center fielder, Randy McHenry.
Into the seats, 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Hey, like you can up there, kid, huh?
Come on now, 1 pitch right here.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.